get for here for this program, Ask Question, fellow Ask Questioners. May I salute una again in the name of Pat Rocky and I say, and then I salute what people them for ground zero. I salute them as we normally do from Fako to Ndonga Mantung. We know say the situation is not easy. We know say the challenges and they without make some striding some efforts them as we move on in this revolution. But before we will start this particular program for today, Ask Question, I want to ask our ancestors them where they don't go before. Say make they keep we were there for year with the fight, and also so that made they guide us. Say anything the way we the one do them for this revolution. The one them way we don't do like the errors them. May they come give us that wisdom so that we will correct them. They give we the power, the time them way with the one falter or with the one slow down. So that we go take this thing, this particular fight to the finishing line. In this direction, I salute our leadership, them, all our prisoners, them. I salute all Ambazonian people, them, young and old, at home and abroad, for ground zero, for ground one. I salute our leadership, them, where they did for prison for Kondengi. And at the beg say, may they know say, anytime they way with the wake up or anything they would do, we always keep them in our prayers. So today, Pat Rocky and me, we don't come today say we want analyze, we want ask question. We want analyze things in the way they happen. Because we don't get a series of guests them way they don't come be with us in the past programs and we would not get them. We start as this year we start actually now for March. When Pat Rocky and I we come for here, we want to tell, especially my people with them for ground zero. Say it is so we need to sleep. We're not going always they come for ask question only for the talks and say this and that. Anytime we come for here, we get a message. Today we the one come for make it analysis of our previous 2-3 outings and where we get them. So Pat Rocky, I go hand over to you afterward and salute our people. So that make it to you, salute them as you don't do them, and then you go over to the meet proper so that we will continue for the ask the proper question. So my country people them at the bell puna. Best way you get here, may listen to yeah. Best way you get I may look am. If not, we now go ask the question. Anything the way the born will have belay. May we now ask we the one that we will not know. We too will ask that question. We will not know anything. We will only go find people that may can't answer the question. And for we, Pat Rocky, over to you.
Yes, but before I want to continue, I want to point out that so play my technical connection not be the best. We did struggle. No, so even though Germany na a white man country, what I want to try to phone me over. Every part of Germany don't get fast internet. So if I disappear for screen, good man, you just continue until I come back. So yes. My country people them very serious now. We don't go revolution now since 2016, and I been get discussion today with some friend about this revolution, and the comment will be made. I said so plenty of people that will be sabi them, they don't fall off, they don't come up for revolution, or they know they really in their effort them again as we know before. So talk so me I talk it really surprised me because we also be say when they want to race for race, no, how they call that again for we get so PE. Now PE no public yes. Exercise. What do I do PE? Let me almost your coboron go stand for line. Me say you go finish the race. And again, revolution not be competition. Revolution no be some some school where we go there, then they give you your own report card where you go with me every teacher Makam. Then you go next class the Makam. You go next class the Makam. Some people then they maybe don't start the revolution before the really 2016 one start. People they don't know what will happen for country. Plenty lawyer them, plenty teacher them, plenty of papa they were in the prison or the one they don't kill them. And I remember I tell about one pa temping law for Ghana State where I will be pa. It will be there for SCNs. They be fight every 1st October. They go arrest them, go lock them with the wonder. When I check about for Cow Street, papa, how they be the all time they always can arrest them, give them what they worry them. We the grow up for Ghana State with the Siam. We know Scbc they so that thing where they do na rally, that running where they hold baton, now they call that thing where they hold stick now. They can run go give the other man, take and continue. So the good thing I say, time where they do that relay, a relay they call them. Time where that relay don't reach now, so with the one hand over stick, will be dead. Because if we imagine, that we don't try to tactics for where we out. Where we out, we say, if you don't say never defeat a man, make a me tire. There's some very, very fundamental tactics where for nature. I always talk for animal then. If you want to look animal, they kill snake. The one that they kill snake, they don't kill snake because they bite snake, the snake die. Apart from the snake, they say they bite themselves. But me now say that animal, the way they chop snake, what they do now say, they make a snake, they come knock for front, then snake too as na cover the animal. It tire quick. So that put a know is so as don't tire now that turn this now. So the only way for kill snake now for make sure say me not get you. Stay out from the bite until you tire. Now you strike. So now you know the people don't try that tactic since we joined them in 1961. The tactic been as well. They take with Papa they be there for Boya, they be there all over for Southern Cameroon, they there for office and transfer them for all over the Republic. Make them go give their office, give one them, they'll take you be some small senior clerk for office, they promote you, go make you head of department for some Francophone country. But what do you want? Yeah, you want they all man around you now Francophone people. Them say they separate all we pay them. For me, sure under their normal daily life, and maybe should don't plan. And maybe should don't put their head together for ask questions, say, I think they will say we can't do for the people. I said we don't already start that thing for where we out. So the other one what they make an answer people that will come up for Bamenda or for Boya, they go find the dossier them for Yaoundé. Something we will never ever know for life. Say chase dossier. That one be the grow. And the see my own mommy, hide the command on time, take leave for school, go Yaoundé. Say they go chase dossier. That time sometimes they might even be bridge for Bafia. People they go sleep for answer for the Basana guard the way that how they call it in ferry. If you reach the way ferry, don't go, you go sleep for corner. The mosquito go chop them. But the year how can I story they tell we how will it grow? We don't know say this one na part of that wearing out. Well, the Republic be the one deliberately for just kill people. Give them make them be busy for the fight for survive. Then they don't get time for think politics, for ask question. But with people them, they've been people where they never ever forget that equity. Because any of we look with parents, but man you know for your own from your own house, and not from my own house. So we get parents the way they never get them much, they're not rich, but they bring we up for giving some to your so dignity, respect for elder, respect for other people. You don't go for Rojo shout at any person. You need to go for Rojo, you go be disrespectful, just say where you do, you will go free. Even when they grow, when I do something, another papa, and then the discipline me say, oh, my mama here. Because they get that responsibility, I mean, I'm being picking them up or be good picking them. I've been very lucky to grow for the country at that time. Now, we don't come for 2021. We don't bring guests them. We can discuss with you what's go wrong for the country. Why they don't want to move get freedom? Why the Republic be so bad for keep we were in our he don't get me for 60 years, he don't do nothing. If you been say be the buy with something, my man put like married from my house. If you say woman be there where they give us small thing where hand no rich. Because the man then they way they don't get the money, but they like the woman. But they don't buy the night where the woman will like to get her because they hand no rich. But they communicate for where the woman took understand today. So I know some abo, if you won't be there, half a day better, no problem, we'll manage. But the Republic don't even give me that kind of treatment. On the contrary, they treat me like the last house boy. Dog the stay for inside boys' quarter. You like Ambazonia, you Southern Cameroon, you stay now out for yacht. Then now you don't decide say you want to go you because you don't tell you don't be important. They will come say so you need to go. You need to go why? It means it's until the way you get away, they want them. So that's why revolution will start. And we talk. Plenty of we be join revolution. Any man be get on way for calculation. So man be don't just say, okay, since I don't be my house for that side for the Republic, if I say me revolution come, then they go negotiate that, go fix set up my house for them, and then take the money kind of for one country, settle down fine. Or it can get all kind of reason. But you know, let's say so 2021, plenty people know the way we know them for daily life. Because with it, plenty they don't give up because there is fear repercussion. That means they become in where they get wrong idea for their mind. Because if you will go for revolution where you be conscious, so you want to go free and country, you know what you have to that the common good, that common thing for free with country, it be the most important thing for your life. Like I don't think the so somehow go to say, okay, my house is for Betua. So if I join revolution, I will lose that house. Then you decide for not follow revolution. Or you take your own personal issue, put up front for country. I'm not saying somebody say, yeah, I feel it toxic because I live in one man country. For the one man country who did it so, when I somebody kind of thing would go through. When I somebody kind of would go through, I don't want to sing all my song. But I want to talk to this. So something happened for Council the way it don't put me for a very dangerous, difficult situation. It make life for me very embarrassing. This thing for the worker kidnap we own people then. This thing for the kidnap we own people then. It be so embarrassing. Yeah. I don't know if it all. Apart from the fact that if we lay hands on the people, they will deal with them. But good man, I want to put more for the palaver. Because it be so embarrassing. Say we know people that are waiting and they fight every day for contribute their last money for make sure revolution day. They receive calls say they don't kidnap their papa, they don't kidnap their mommy. I don't know who be send the picking them in and go do that kind of thing or whatever that head. I don't know when Ambazonia mommy bring that picking up. Because my own mommy will bring me up. It will put me that kind of people kidnappers, 6 person in freedom, threaten mommy say this you go rape you if you don't give money. Yeah. It be so embarrassing for me. Because we're there for Germany, we get a responsible position. We're there for our society. I'm a medical doctor, I never hospital, I get responsibility. Then when I want to talk about my country, the man will challenge and say, so, but there are countries where they kidnap people, then they rape women, then I go stand there like, it's so embarrassing. The reason why I don't decide to bring the topic up today, because I don't know how when I feel that, but it is terrible. We will see how we brought them for all around the world. They try to do diplomacy. They try for better up that image. The next thing we hear is they don't kidnap us. They don't. Woman take over small because the thing don't turn my voice on.
Yes. Yeah, Pat Rocky, thanks so much for that particular issue because we don't talk about them. You start them very correctly. For state and say that friend where you get a discussion with you today, Pat Rocky, things and when it happened to you, they happened to me almost the same time. Despite the distance, the space, and everything. In that particular direction where you did talk and so, I get a discussion this morning with a very special, a sister of mine, where a day in the diaspora, they asked me, say, bro, this thing they so, how we go do it? The people the way they kill people them for country. Pat Rocky, this morning, where I get this from my own sister, where they in the diaspora. They say, wait, we spent 2 hours on this particular topic, Pat Rocky. I tell you, say, it be one of my duty, the duty of every single Southern Cameroonian, Ambazonian man, for say we not tolerate this kind of action and say we not go let them go because the country where we grow up in, where our grandpapa they grow up in, before scavengers, before, as they call them, piranha, they come hijack that country. We not be get this kind of thing. I was saying this and I be very honest, Patroki.
Not at all.
You see, the people them where they enjoy, and they talk this thing them for our people them and our younger generation them, where they are doing a very great job for support and for clean our country. And they give this message, when I get to see them say, when I not get engaged in whatsoever reason, whether of course you want to get chopped or go take people. And at this discussion, because the boundaries, fellow ask questioners and Ambazonians, between who it be an armed robber, who be a kidnapper, and who it be who, that thing it don't be so obfuscated in a way. So I begin to get this question, I talk and say we go try for do them because time where I begin to grow up, it be very customary for our society. Say they not begin the lock door. I've grown up for village patriarchy. They not begin the lock door. They did not do it. What for?
What for?
What for? So we, and this message is now a message to our people them and brothers and sisters them for the diaspora. Say any person where it get a meaning say may we fight this revolution, take and go over to Boya. One of our main challenges that we will get them right now, now to say say we keep our people safe, say people did not catch our people them and trade them off. Because this mentality, Patroki, not the mentality way it common up our side. You say no? When some look, if some particular dog it come born picking away a dog for house, you feel get the reason for kill all the picking them where they come up for the. We feel get that reason, but we will not do it. And the thing in that way it come to fellow ask question as them. Where I begin to talk with my sister, I say, but now who will be the person where it go see to it? Say that people where they commit those atrocities on the ground. Now who now it go then take the responsibility? Now the question be that part Rocky for say I'm say if it be say see some person where it catch some person where they ask money. Now you they catch it now. And my sister being they ask me the question, say they go do how? They catch them. I say yes. La Republic government, it get the responsibility to protect. And I begin to tell my sister, I say, wait, where would answer? And I say, even the people, the way they don't give them to them, because of their responsibility to protect them, the seeds of discords and the killings them where they don't perpetrate because of the people where they don't send them to them, where they begin to protect them, they take those very people and they have slaughtered them. So, we know very well, even before this crisis, Patroki, I know very well some woman. People they like say they never forget, they don't forget. Something be day where they call and say operation something where they keep people them for Douala. Some woman is safe. Now if he report he picking, it take he picking go hand him to that bee. Say may the discipline he picking because he picking that thief. I did not give this example because they like say we get short memory. As they go hand them to the bees they kill that picking. Yes. Now he say it take your own picking way it and thief, it go hand them to the authorities. And he was slaughtered by those very people who are supposed to protect him, Patroki. But notwithstanding, the Cameroon government, La République, it has signed treaties to respect the life of people. So with the way I became assistant, I say, yes, I know people the way, even when they don't catch the people the way they do this in them, they fear. There's someone and they call actually the bees themselves, say me they do them. Because I, for one, with the way I stand for me, you, Patrick, with the way we struggle for self. Now, say, made that thing in the first place, it not occur. But it should occur. We still have decent people in southern Cameroon's Ambazonia where they feel handle that matter. With what it mean by this Patrick in activity. We do not want any person on our soil to take the law into his own hands by doing any kind of extrajudicial executions or whatsoever. But with the way we want to make, and I say, those people, them way they catch people and trade them off for money. We go there for their back. We go protocol their names because this is the kind of seats that Ambazonia does not need. We do not need it. Not yesterday, not today, and not tomorrow. Patrick.
No way. No way. Good man. You see, me and you, if we talk so because that Ambazonian dignity we will talk so with parents and we give you so see the control we. After how many years we run for this white man country? We don't tell. Yeah, I don't cut calendar for white man country to retire. But it never changed me for who I be because time I want to live with country, they don't instill in me that respect. That respect for your home, for your family. And the reason why we come for you, since from day one, all things what we do with the struggle to make sure to make family too, make it go before. That is why you see, look Bamenda, for example. I talk about Bamenda not because I neglect other parts of Ambazonia, because it is so at least I know plenty. But of course, if you go for Cape Town, it's not different. Go for Boya, the same thing too. That town, the government don't invest anything there. Government don't invest anything. Now we don't build all those big houses for inside the town. Them now all the people they don't send about for they don't come from diaspora. Them all them. If diaspora, if we not get diaspora as I think it is so. We family they don't live already on sustainability. How they call it sustainability. But I had and I want on a picture on a term.
Yes.
On sustenance and a sustenance.
A kind of a self-sustainability.
Yeah, thank you, humble man. When they are picking them, because we parents them, as I talk, God will give the Amazonian father and mother. He will give them some ingenuity for survive. How you feel survive if your family go to work, they don't see that for you. You come your family, one card they don't put gate there. They lock them, then take key go. You come, you find out how you enter. You see a farmer, you see them, but they don't lock the put gate. They lock them. They will never even climb. So the first of all, a farmer get the key for open the gate before you start find say who put the gate now. They keep you busy. You stand there, you don't know what to do. But with parents, them they don't really get that since from their own experience, they don't get that sense. So this matter, nothing for divine way for survive. You see, I'm no. So with parents, they don't really know. So invest your picking for school, make it go one man country. At least that first time, this is the Republic with the same with government country. Plenty of we will government country that will own country for them. Now Ambazonia picking they go plenty. Why? Because the Republic don't say 1 million go. And now after we come down for see the sense with the whole palaver. Francophone they started join the team for the go one man country. Now like in the 90s, that way their old president, they don't come now, the chubby one. Because that way if their first president did it, Hijo, if they leave some more crumbs and fall, other people they chop around. But we Ambazonia people don't ever get anything. So we don't know from the beginning. So when you finish high school, you get your GCE, you pass in how many papers? Wonderful you are. You celebrate for town. Then the next month now you go from Guaykele. You know, so 1, 2, 3 years you don't create. Now the normal road that way we up the go there. So it's not be so level now as news you go now, the one they go from they go so far. Then they come back for province as they call them. Can't they talk the story how you own the day? Now, if they will not say you own the day, so no play for the aspire. I never know any of my age mate, my classmate, my schoolmate, or my quarter mate, where if they grow up, the plan say we don't be. Yo, I never remember any man. Yeah? The highest thing we'll be doing as citizens will come out, get O level, A level, A level, then go teach. Then take we
gather money.
We find way, but gather money, go we. That's the way we parents encourage with small don't go say coffee, they put on there, you can go. Now pay time. If we parents don't invest in we will go so. Like we don't check say when the revolution started 2016, say how hungry run to them, they will come back. So hungry do we? Because the people when they say hungry do they say lawyer them when they don't get hungry they'll go back to work or something like that. That palaver never finished because the hungry they never go back to the one chop. You don't ever small complaints they say and get a chop then the revolution will finish. I never ever hear apart. The one known as so people they tell us they want that freedom. They want to go. Leave we move manage your own business. And my country people them. I talk from this house. When we watch some webinar where we own big sister, yeah, Maggie Kilo, where we become we deal with for 3rd of April. Yeah, Maggie Kilo, when I get people see how they appear for international scene, where if you talk about this, so this will not be matter of whether we'll get independent or whether we'll go we country back. Now a matter of when. I did repeat them. Because I don't go for other show them we might be dead though. Where he talk day. So other brother they call it Christopher Familiar. Now put in the way they for that kind of high diplomatic close kind of position the way they know what did happen for background. We did try for know what happened for Palo for front yard. Now when me and Buman struggle for do. Then people that they enter inside compound. Yeah? And if you go can't tell you so as I enter a compound, now would be strong for door. But some people when they enter compound, they pass that door, they enter inside house. I know I talk to one enter inside go inside back. You know, so that's so they for international community say they too. So now when you go inside house, if it's not parlor, if you hear what inside the quarry no, and even the quarry, you hear noise at the quarry. You don't know who they talk with. If you know my voice, if you identify them. But the fact that you inside compound, you'll be closer to the source of the information. The same time you might show parlor, you go know what is a parlor. Topic tension day, or man be relaxed. Whether they bring a palm wine or they give you that I don't owe. Fresh palm wine or one. So these people then would use their closeness, proximity for gather very crucial information. And then they give you feedback. Say this so make we continue for do what you way be good for do. And the good thing what you say we will continue for resist. Ghost town them. That Monday ghost town the world don't keep on country Sunday as we don't baptize them for we're holding them country Sunday for one time. They don't damage the Republic Sute. It's not the Republic. The power don't finish. But and after that way we own ear and eyes, then too they don't open. Why it be say woman get ready? Why it be say despite all the year and we don't broke the Republic back? So they they never start on their own again. Why they don't want to see this? They receive success for day. But man,
yes. Pat Rocky. That question now, but at least you not already talk now. We dey for you for ask question.
Question.
One way a get ear, may ear. One way a get eye. Make you see. If not, you ask the question, fellow Ambazonians. As Pat Rocky talk the year kilo where we don't get on our ask question on the 3rd of April. Where be there we here for we. Now an educator and an expert on fragility, on fragile states.
Mm-hmm.
If it really come for you that last time, if it talk a whole lot for you back, it defined for we. Because it know up. Because it don't work for fix that other country them. They don't give that responsibility for do that kind of thing them for other countries. And it do them. It fix them. So for that meeting with Pat Rocky, the talk and so, You get meeting the way they will enter for day. So when they will enter, they will remain at for door. So when they will enter, they get and cheer for corner door, they sit down. So when they go there where they will talk and say, okay, now some other road this way, and they go for some other side. When I come and for the way they told you. For this one, the way will be there on this one, the way ya kilo, way na an expert. It be talk for the as an expert, but for ye. And not here the catch day because many people they be asking the question, like the very kind question in this way, okay, they can't transfer that question and now for can ask me. The answer not common for me. I don't thief the answer. I get to be very honest because I begin my ear on the ground for the listen for the people then when they be there for inside that meeting. But okay, don't talk am. Say Dr. Christopher for me. When them they know how they can attend to the worker. It will be there. They been the talk and say, Budam, because it be very easy. As part of Rocky talker. We get our country Sunday. We will be very happy. Say it is still worker. Because that one, now that kind of one and we as Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians, we are good at. That is something that they call civil disobedience. When something you not like them, when a republic man not ever know them. So we want to keep that one. In all societies that matter, that have fought revolution, when something you not like them, you can protest. It is your right. And we call that one civil disobedience. But many people, they think say, it will just suffice for all for talk say, we don't do this and that and so on, and then everything will be solved. No, the race is not for the fastest. Now the same thing that part Rocky where he talks say, some friend actually say, but who say all other people then they? Yes, that question we talk and say, after all this, we wouldn't think say we don't catch La Republic for him bin. We don't start one through him. Why the thing it is still brief? Now the question in that. And I beg Wona small just give me just 1 second or so or 5 to really actually go back to that document where I be there for that meeting where some people then where they don't get their research. They do they know the main actors and they know which way who side that matter it come lie and where it hide right now. Because fellow questioners, fellow Ambazonians, welcome to Southern Cameroon Broadcasting Corporation, the voice of Ambazonia. We don't discuss this thing. We talk say we will not get answer for something. We will go find people then way they will answer that question for you. For that question where they talk and say, we don't make ghost towns, we don't do this, we don't do that. And why these people then they still breathe? Because we have almost one, without almost make up La Republic enough time for get money. But it's still they survive because they are bailing them out day in and day out. And are just a tentative part of that this thing. Be this. Because people will call and say the world's most neglected conflict. The world's most neglected conflict. But for part of that is one them international. This one I just from the perspective of the economy, because they go down the way with the duam, way with the tank where Ambazonian people then say may they keep on the duam. It has almost paralyzed the economy of La République du Cameroon. But why after 4 years? Why are they still there? International. So this document and this topic where they for year, where are the one reach for them? Now a paper and a presentation where I be presented internationally at the Libra International British Group. And this paper where they for years so I be asked the presenter, Professor Chris W.J. Roberts, where they teach political science for University of Calgary. Say after we be done finish. Now just one part of that kingdom, while a republic
for
it
Canada.
survives.
For Canada.
So it column, it column 6 cascading crises facing Cameroon today. 6 cascading crises, and how the international community, the West, it column the West, how the West is played by the regime. Equal and say witty international political economy and Cameroon's cascading crisis. How the West is played by the regime, enables autocracy, state fragility, and keep closing the door to negotiations and compromise. Now the subject matter for that paper and that presentation, where Professor Chris W.J. Roberts is sent for me, and where he be present for this forum. Where even we're on people them the BDD. Yeah, Kilo, Dr. Christopher for me. So in a nutshell, because now the international partners and the way they bail this government out of. We will talk and so they bail because they don't invest money for inside La Republic in a failed state and a bankrupt state, and the one for say and say they will get their money. So we just get to hold on onto these people. You get companies like Witty, Total, and the job they see pump money. They want on the private sector. Paul Biya and the regime and the people they think say they feed dribble play football past Diego Armando Maradona. And that is what they are doing, Pat Rocky. Because if you see how they don't, as we catch them for their cannas, they don't go see people the way they don't learn money from them. And other people that they come constantly, they bail out this fragile, failed state where without this country is not going to survive for the next 30 days, Pat Rocky. And I think in this way, Ambazonian man, woman, picking, they get to know. They will not survive for the next 15 days. Yes, you get the World Bank, the day for day, ExxonMobil, the New Age, all of them, International Monetary Funds. I mean, the Bretton Woods institutions them. So the message we did for you, and from this paper, where Professor Chris Roberts, I said, this is just not just a fraction of the people the way that they bail out the butcher from A to D and his cronies. I call it purposely the butcher because he is solely responsible for the slaughtering and the massacre perpetrated on our people. They get plenty of people then where they bail it out. The Chinese are there. The Russians. There's some other oil company, they call them for years, say, Look Oil. Yes, they are all there. Perenco, British companies, them where as with the talk right now, they in the process. Now then they give the money for construct those stadiums them where La République de Cameroon they want to take and host the African Cup of Nations come 2022. Yes, that people them, they Turks, where they don't build military bases them all over the place. They expect plenty dividends and money. These are the people who are coming out daily to bail the failed, corrupt government that is doing the carnage and the assassination on the Ambazonian people. But then, as Yakilo Tokam, because now the thing in this way, many people they always ask them and they fail forget. We are country people, we are country people. We don't free in the mind. Because some people they actually say, but you say he grow up. He be grow up and he live part like me and Pat Rocky. We will also get a chance to enjoy some of those facilities them where they be there in Southern Cameroon prior to as Honorable Weber Itokam where the counties were state. Well, we are ready to do it. And then we don't do them again. And we will do them because may I tell you now, my country people, the race is not for the fastest. And with the way they give us hope, and they also give the international community hope also. Now say Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia has done it before. We know how self-governance is the work. We were actually the first on the continent.
Yes.
Who did this? So we know with the way it means say how for manage country. We know that we have done it before our state was stolen and hijacked away from us. We know it and we'll do it. And then we'll talk on this way, you see, and I think in that way we get to maintain this pressure at the international level. 2021, in the 21st century, the players, they don't change. They don't become sophisticated somehow. But the rule of the games and how a country can be rolled and how we feel correct the wrongs, the way that can be done and build up a state that will not fail, a state that is there for its people, that we know. For example, today, many people cherish the country called Botswana. Patroki. I want to make some Ambazonian people may they listen to this. That country called Botswana is a kind of a model country in Africa. We define in Balala when they talk about how they manage a country with the resources and where they inside that country, where they belong to every single citizen of that country. Go to Botswana today. When Botswana began their independence for 1966, Patroki, fellow Ambazonians, fellow questioners, I get to talk the one.
Talk about very, very important, good man.
For 1966, they begin to call and say Botswana land. But then they get their independence for 1966. At independence in 1966, fellow questioners, fellow Ambazonians, Botswana, where it has surpassed many countries in East Europe, they compare them even to Estonia and many, many other countries where they did in the South America. And when it concerns democracy and how they treat their people, 1966, when Botswana got independence, they had barely 20 people, 20, where they get a university degree. 20 of them. They get about 100 where they don't go high school. 100. And they call them 100. Come today, 2021. Go down to Gaborone, to Botswana, and you see. And Patroki, fellow Ambazonia, we will do that again for Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. We are ready. Thank you, Patroki.
You know, Mudman, thank you very much for that Botswana story. You talk something where he leave me ask some questions. Say so when they begin only 20 like most high school or post high school educated people, how come they will build a country where they not get plenty? No, when I compare that for one, say we get PhD today, they level Ambazonia like how they call them. If you go call roll call, nah, they say me and call the first 1,000 Ambazonia them, where they get the highest degree them. Before the 1,000 are finished, maybe they never yet leave PhD. you understand what I mean? No, maybe they never leave. They sit there for PhD, but the 1,000 people they say me and come, the number don't already pass. But we're there. How many years now down the lane? That time, the first president for Botswana, if I'm not being mistaken, and often I confused because I think as a medical doctor.
I think the first person is Seretse Kama.
Because the first president for they being as a medical doctor.
Okay.
And what did he do? If I know I'm confused because I know some of that Southern said in Botswana, that all that around with them. So that country of the Zambia, yeah. Their first president, I think that Botswana, when I sorry for me, I don't get the information correct, but woman, I go look for Google after this, they correct them.
Yes.
The first president will be, some person who don't go school for white man country, he come back, he not be corrupted. Very important. He don't go sitting over there, he come back today, so we will do our own fair, our own way, we will do and fight. And what he do? He talks today, so the country gets for there for people then. Then, as they go down the lane, something happened. They discovered diamond for Botswana. So, when they discovered diamond, that Botswana people, they don't talk about, they don't come go shout. So, we have diamond, because diamond there was South Africa. Therefore, the other neighboring countries, this one man, they mine diamond for them. So, the same way diamond not be there for Botswana, all the Western countries, they never care about Botswana. They don't give them their independent mean and go. They don't get that load again for the carry as we talk about. But if Botswana people get sense, they really get sense. They don't go announce them for public, say they don't discover their own diamond. What they do is say they're gonna go put institution them where they go manage that diamond independent of any person. Where say so they go to manage them for the good of the people. When you be director today, where you don't go, the next person can come meet up that institution. Not be you go say okay, as I go now, so I'll lock office, carry out and go. No. Now, tell they don't put their institution not complain, and then they go announce enough for the world, so they don't get that diamond, and that diamond will be processed now for their country. Very important. Very, very important. Botswana one of the countries where they process their own diamond. Not for white man, not for London, and all the places where they do those things. They don't have government. They really don't. So if you imagine how much money, and that money, as they get good institution, they don't go for develop the country. So, back to we. Ambazonians, they don't go out of the world. They don't go amass their own small wealth. But they will not get enough freedom. Because if you be the richest man, I will follow some Nigerian business guy, one of these the billionaire of Nigeria, his story. Where we talk say, anytime when he do this thing, he fly. For a country, they receive it like VIP, go for embassy, they receive it like king because he get money. Then, when you don't enter now for aeroplane, now fly first class, reach now for London. They say passport. Any man get British passport or EU passport, me go for right. Man will get passport, whether be any other hand, me go for left. Where he fly first class. Where other British people that they receive it like king for the airport, or like additional for airport, that small policeman where run the immigration palava, it's time for the ETA says, so also you come out, say Nigeria, also you go, say you come from London, you say can't do it. And I love the story because if you like that team make a man come out from this, so there's something wrong in this world. As soon as you don't pass the immigration now, they wait you a Rolls Royce for pick it up. But no man not ever come for that policeman can tell you, so look at this Nigerian man comes to a heavy door, a heavy wallet. You never just treat it like that. Because if you maybe amount where you be British man go talk for that man say me treat that man differently. You don't know how you will go end because they allow them, the institution then they in place. It's in place. If you be VIP, when they want to see a VIP, they make the VIP person come, go for lunch, go pick you for dinner, and take you come pass. So, what I want to talk about, so we Ambazonians, no matter how much education we don't get, no matter how much what we don't get, so long as we don't borrow identity for work out time. If we want to stand for our own this thing, we get to fight for our own country. Make we country two way. If you hold a passport, they say when the back Mozart, Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon, so you hold a passport, they say you reach for airport, they say yes, this is a country that is respected. Please come in. Please go to the left. Maybe don't we want come with your hide for back. You do your own passport. All man show you be proud for show your country passport. You hide your own. Now you don't reach a job and show and then hope no man will call up. So, good man, we don't really talk about what your own experience for the last weeks. Them we come back for this show again for the man will contribute and say so. We see plenty good sign them. Things the way they happen. We are almost there. Revolution it can't finish for our own good because the homework we don't do them. And that homework now waiting. That resistance. No man, not all man get to go take a granite and stick for go stand for bush or for the bikini for do rubber gun for the do rubber gun. Not all man must do them. Any man get all role where they play. And the worst thing if you do, the worst thing is you try to discourage some your countryman. When you do your thing, say that one no work, that one need help. You either do and the way or not no work. You know this so. Because as we talk, every man they go for a bet if he get them. When they woke up the next day, if he get like himself, the first thing will say, so Papa God, thank you for this new day. You know what ask Papa God say, so you don't give me the new day now, so but what will be the program? Because Papa God don't give you that new day, he give you that free will. As we talk, say the difference between human being and dog and animal. So human being get that free will for decide for do or for not do. Hungry if you do you decide to just still go find the chop, you don't go one place. But hungry do dog or hungry do lion. Lion decides to today no catch me, no antelope. He goes just hungry do you, me go solve that problem immediately. If you go in and say go into the high and I will kill you, no problem. If you go find you want to solve that problem that moment. That's what animal and day. But human being they should don't analyze, think. What it be worth it for go now for go find chop for the moment. Or if you know say one come up for outside, if you run danger for say snake will bite you. What I want to say is so anything one way a man do for your own place. For example, I started the show with that for talk about this evil of kidnapping and making we own people the enemy, targeting we own. That one is something where we get to do collective uprooting. Not be one man to solve that problem. We get to come out and appeal the word make up for this we national television. And they say make we all open with eyes for make sure today so we uproot those things. Because this thing is spoil we market for town. When we brought them, they go for the diplomatic thing. Now it is spoil market. When you don't come up for news, say okay today they don't kidnap the one, they don't do this. It is spoil market because this Western world hypocrisy where they die. Hypocrisy where they didn't die. So they want to try for no one solve the problem by using things they want to give them for like excuse. Yeah, we all know. When I take my own like this Germany over there so. Germany in a country where it is Dutch anything way come for responsibility. It is Dutch. Why? If friend now France. If friend now France. So you know how for 5 hours of France. So any other thing where could make France vex. Germany the movie handy. But Germany at the same time, you know, be bold enough for talk today. So me, Germany, I don't decide today, so I'm not gonna do nothing. Because say France is my friend. He go come and say, You people, Ambazonia, when I kick you, and I said, when I expect me, so I can't begin to waste my time on one. That's what Germany do. So you now will get common sense. If you get them, what you will do? Forget the person who knows say fit something. Me still can't do it by force. You don't go force it. But you go call on the conscience, on the moral conscience. And I think that we for Germany. 2 months ago, we leader for Germany, Dr. Chomofo, the day for sure. The man, I want me to talk that part again. What the way Southern Communal Association for Germany, what the way they do for make sure that this German government way it only Dutch. It didn't want for the country to hold the bull by the horns. It didn't want the bull. When you hear all the hoof, they go. No mean some got the crash backyard. He say, oh, that bull the car, I don't want to go mix around. But man, tell people that so the policy for make sure that so we take this humanitarian issue seriously for point out for international world say whenever the claim say Ambazonia the fight they say well meanwhile una own man France for instance European Union they lead all those atrocities they make sure that they protect all the kind of dictators every day. I don't talk small. But man, take over.
Yes. No, Patroki, thanks for that, for mention that one, because we did for year, we don't carry this thing 4 years, we are in the 5th year. Maybe what they know say we did now in active combat for 5 good years where we defy this thing. And why would they call them say a revolution? Revolution against some fundamental thing. For call something say a revolution, it means say you want change the thing categorically. That is why we call it the Amber Revolution. And we are not going back to the status quo. That is why it will remain a revolution. And Pat Rocky Tokam very well say, we here, we begin with the chairman of the Southern Cameroon's associations, Germany, he be there for here for ask question, because we put if because I may talk with the way he and the community they do. If share Germany as Pat Rocky, you talk very correctly. Say France, now them they do correct things them together. We, as so long as me and you were there for the country, it don't always try for the Dutch responsibility or commitments them when it concern international thing, and not be for this issue where France na umbrella because they don't sign an agreement. Say ye and German, Frenchman and German man. Nobody say they like each other. No, no one understand this thing. They not sign the agreement, say they like because they like each other. Them two, they be fight wars. But they come to the agreement, say we they respect each other. German man and not interfere for Frenchman 18 them. Now so they do the thing. But it be one responsibility for bring the chairman of the Southern Cameroon's associations in Germany. May he can tell us and maybe talk them with the way they do. They that engage the German government too, especially on the part of the humanitarian crisis, where would they beat the drums on that side. And they do a great job, for example, for see I'm say, as Ebi tell we, say when money be concerned, where German government be always get the habit for channel that money through the Cameroon government for they can do that this in them. Some small thing in the way we tell them, as Ebi tell we, say they need to channel that money again through the Cameroon. The one the way they sign them for the agreement, they will respect that one. But the one the way they get to channel them, they be the with the try for do now. Say as the chairman be tell we, I say they will work with the German government people them from what they don't do. So they have made a channel this money not through the government of Cameroon, but directly to the people where they be affected. Because this is the world's most neglected humanitarian catastrophe where they exist. And to be very concrete on that, the other one we know, the chairman be equally make them, but they understand and say, so all the help, even the way the Cameroon government they cry for take up. So Ambazonia may listen. For 2020, they take over 382 million US dollars money where they send them for them. Say they want to take them for COVID coronavirus relief funds. 2020, they take that money. I will be the third and say they not send that money to Cameroon government. They give them to Cameroon government. What did they do? Enter for their belly. I've been to talk to a friend where he get an ear close to the government bench of Cameroon, where they tell me how did they use that COVID-19 money where they should not fall for their hands from the international community. So now one of the kind of things in that way, the chairman of the Southern Cameroon Association, Germany, will tell us, so that they engage the German government in this direction, especially the humanitarian approach, because they don't, and then for say whether they fit even not, there'll be some particular politicians inside France for join them. For say at least the money then where they send them to them from Germany. Maybe they use them as they do them, because that one we will show them to them where they get on the records. Say the money the way they send them to them. They will use, say they want to take and go buy equipment for fighting Boko Haram for the north. Most of that money and the military artillery, the way they receive them, they will use them now on our people them for Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. That complaint, it will come out from Germany, where they will fire them very strongly for the government bench of Germany. Say when enough they send money from this country for La République du Cameroon. Because this is the another one particular aspect in this, where La République du Cameroon, they hide for a patriarchy. For talks to how they start, they say Boko Haram be the problem. We not give we money because we get terrorism from across the north from Boko Haram.
Mm-hmm.
When they got that money, they got all the equipment. They descended the equipment to Ambazonia. And they did that, the carnage and the atrocities. The images are there, the photos are there, the weapons, the money where they buy and where be delivered by the German government. Where they take and buy that in the way they be talk and say they want to take and go fight Boko Haram. We have the photos are there. They were in Ambazonia. And that one, we tell the German government, say, enough, we work that way. That is what actually they are doing. And then any small thing we would do, because we want say, maybe they use that equipment them for take and go kill or picking them inside our country. That one are also another strategy the way they use. So that maybe they take money, say they don't want to go find Boko Haram or they don't want to go find Nawiti. The next day they take that weapon them, they on their way to Ambazonia to take and go kill our people. So that is part of this work them. And then for tell them, say, money the way when I get them, especially now, because Cameroon government, they go back around, like some shower where you need the shape. That one, they will not get to know the one. You know, if it don't pass the mark, no matter that can turn in that way, they will join the Commonwealth, or wait till I hear say they will go Australia as the pub champion. Pub, you go pick the cock. They look at because he hears say, we need to talk now about that period now. We don't pass that standard. Where did they, any small play they did for the back, because they want to use all that in them, but they can't kill our people. It is absolutely preposterous. Say they will give money, but they can fight a pandemic. Say this government take and chop up, and they no shame. And it just be equally the same token where they will think say they will keep on killing Ambazonian people with no remorse. No, we will not let this happen. So this one, now the job and the duty for the diaspora, for some say they constantly independent wherever they day. Patroki, fellow ask questioners. When I go write a petition them, you write to your MPs, you constantly make them aware of the carnage and the atrocities that are going on a daily basis in southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. This one is a duty where you and I we get, because you'll be here, Pat Rocky, for that same meeting where we'll be there for Inside Day. And I would like you talk because Dr. Christopher Fominya, maybe they and maybe they call some urgent needs and certain things because maybe pay a visit to our people them for ground zero. And maybe get the talk now with the way is see out there. The humanitarian atrocity that is going on out there, Pat Rocky, where it needs urgent attention right now.
Yeah.
Over to you, Pat Rocky.
Dr. Christopher Fominyo visit ground one for Nigeria, as if we talk ISSF, for go get his own get his own impression of what happened for day. And he talks there the greatest disaster when concern ground one for Nigeria, and I say the number of people that were be reported, the number of people that be reported, it be fewer than the reality. They report some certain number where the one day where they don't succeed, go reach Nigeria, so they go enter United Nations. But the majority of them, they be scattered all over Nigeria, not only for the eastern part where they work for road, define their daily bread. You see young girls where they don't be condemned to prostitution for Nigeria because they don't get no way for making things, make way for life. So for me to say, they never understand why the catastrophe waiting for Nigeria where concerned with people them, international community needs to take them serious. Why? At the time this way, international community get to come back for remember the charter for United Nations and say so make all man for the world go be free. Make all man for the world for get that chance for live in peace and dignity. But if say they don't choose we Ambazonia and them people that for that part of the world for Africa for the Biafran bite of Biafra, that Gulf of Guinea. They say this so they recover eye. United Nations don't send peacekeeping force for Central African Republic, where the population is now how many? It also a country will not get people that will be enough for feed on a country. But when you use that is 20% of Cameroon. So 20% of Cameroon now how many? Officially is at 26 million. So 20% of 26 million how many? Cameroon is economy. Cameroon is the economy now. They come out now for we country. Now we get that resources and where the reason why they want to wipe we out. If they get where they get some island where the features go carry we all, you go dump over that island. Then take we country. If we don't do them. Because the thing they don't happen for that country, the kind of disaster, the kind of catastrophe where they don't do it, they don't put a door for we. It shows it so if they get another means for free Kiwi plenty and German they do put gas chamber them. Germans will be the key Jews them and other minority them. Nah, small. But they can't say this. So if they foreign that left that space, the time frame where they don't get for themselves, so they eliminate Jews them and kill all lame people. Any person where the body will be disabled, be them kill them all. So the person say if they want to do in that small way, where they were doing before, it will take a long time. So they decided now for go build special center, the way they call it say constitution camp them, where they now put incinerator them. People fire them where they feel the body. They say you want born foul them. You just say okay, if you put them on corner road, you'll be born with 1-2 foul one time. It won't be enough. But no say people they can't plenty, so you need plenty foul one time. You just put a bigger one. Then when they go build that kind of thing, I don't go for someone for corner. You the man. The corner I say for that how.
Yeah.
I don't go for day. I don't go for Dachau. I tell you, see this, you get one wall of the any start. That was 2011. I'll be different. I can't work for me for cancel my work for me. Then I use the time now for go work for go see what the way mankind be capable for do for another mankind. You hear? So when I should don't check that thing, so German them, that Nazis them, they will build gas chamber them where they send people them in their numbers, in the hundreds, they go there, then they put open gas like shower. They tell the people they want to go in and go wash. Instead of dirty, they push them inside, then lock door, open gas, they breathe out all and die. Then they kind of move the owner, then immediately after that people fire them. They still stand there. They say the Bunman don't go hide them. Bunman, that day we go enter Dachau. I say, I never see something shocking like that. I don't know say this so for our own country, something even worse. Something even worse can happen. When I think of some soya, when I check up on me, that when you think that human being do one for another human being. So Dr. Christopher Munoz talks today, so the catastrophe where they will put the humanitarian suffer. The bomb picking of a bush, you don't get any place where they feed even tie them. You put a thing and leave tie picking in there. Now, COVID don't come. You don't talk about how much money where they don't have a Cameroon now.
Yes.
Make it do this thing. Make a try for 100 the COVID Palama. Even your own people, they never give them. But you don't take the money, feed your own pocket there, then you use them for buy war, for finance a war for people, for the key with the more. Then the hope say COVID go add it on top. Any man where you talk where they hear me this evening, where for one reason or the other, he said so the revolution, they say more leave the palaver. I don't know how to talk him. I said, we were there for we will not go back to country. We don't bad now. Dreams I take aeroplane, fly go country. I don't even see her for the dream her enter. I will come at time I don't reach now. I did Bamenda now. Then now I didn't sit down. Then suddenly occurred to me, so I get to go back. That time we occurred to me, say you know leave that, you know if we pass come out. You know if we pass come out, and them don't be now when I there for book for Yaoundé or Douala for airport. When they come, they just see now eat that. People they just say this because they one man country, all thing they fine. And no matter they student for University of Yaoundé, where would you go? All this you go all kind of undergrading, how they call them, degrading treatment every day. You should not remember your bamboo bed or your small bono bed for Bamenda. You remember their love. What will be the complaints? There's a what they don't know work. Why don't go for Yaoundé? See the kind of way they treat me like dogs. You go miss Bamenda. We there for one man country now for how many years? We'll not even go anywhere. COVID don't add it on again side. Say lockdown. We don't dare lockdown now for since 2016 now. We not fit go back home. We not fit. That they come out with all year and say they don't die. The all year they don't die. So, but man, I don't know what I will talk to finish about that thing concerning
the Christopher from here. The thing you don't already talk because it talk about the urgency and the necessity of things and where they will get to do them right now after we come out from Nigeria. Because even though people they talk and say, well, 80,000 whatsoever, it's if it multiply that number by 2, you know, even because from first eye information where you get up, I say many did not even be registered with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees.
Yeah.
And then with you, the one way be really pain me, especially Patroki, now when he talk about as he greet a young girl who be like 13 years old, where we get picking, where we get whole, ask her whether na his small sister, he look he say no pa, na my picking. You understand now? So for the see the number of minors, I mean, picking them where they below the ages of between 10 and 13, or that ages them, where themselves along the line, they then become themselves mothers. That one to me actually is something which I don't know. So now the kind situation in this way with the get up, and especially when you get first class information from somebody where then just come up for visit our people on the ground like that, we cannot overemphasize. Say there is some urgency right now. Attention is needed right now to those people, and then maybe also talk about the necessity. Say they're not gonna get to wait now for talk and say, okay, may they do them tomorrow or may they first do them, because if the situation is left unattended, and at the responsibility of each and every one of us, especially those in the diaspora and watching us here and ask questions, to Buglu in one way or the other. You say, and for Sam say, if we not get personal people, they will not feel contact many organizations the way that they work on the ground for ground zero and ground one, because they need your attention. They need your help right now. The humanitarian catastrophe that is ongoing and keeps on going. Something has to be done at the individual level, but then also say we will not stop for they keep on calling the attention of those, the international community, the human rights organizations, those that they help. Say maybe, as we talked before, as the chairman of SCA Germany be talking, say that they try to draw the attention of government, especially that of Germany. Say if they get help, and they are not only doing that to the government, they do them also for Germany with the church, for synthesize and give the people, may they know, say the lives of our people is in danger. That our people, if something is not done right now, they can suffer extinction wherever they are right now. Especially the younger one, them, where they are on the way, the old as well. For me, Dr. Kusuru, for me, talk about some very old people, the way meet up also in the camp, where they begin to trek, despite they were incapacitated in one way physically to even travel before they reach those destinations. So I think it's something that it cannot be overemphasized, that we have to do something now.
But I don't. Yes, I want to add again for the Palama today. So we will do this. I want to appeal for our own brothers and sisters, and where they don't, for one reason or the other, they don't get personal tragedy inside family. They feel this discouraged. So they think they don't, they think that they go wrong. Now the same way, we must fix up. The same way. For today evening, my own appeal, right again for all my way to listen to me. Even if I took with them, they follow up, I will be me happy. Now say when you talk next time with some person where they don't give up, where we don't give up. Try not to just point out today. So it's fine for take break. Not be all man be soldier. Not be all man. So just put that they train them. Yeah, that they train them. But when you not be trained, you get emotion. No man, all man is struggle for see a family survive. And every family where you keep them, Ambazonia where you keep her alive. Because the Republic is best news. Now for years say we family them. We family they don't die because they don't get job. The collaterals them because they don't feel look take care of themselves. A lot of public they try to kill people they want to breadwinner them. For make sure so that the other people they remain they go eventually to they will fall. You know cause any bullet. So my country people them, we know say this so thing where they go on now plan. They want to eliminate us. They want them. Now only we allow them for make a maybe possible. Move forget that Palama say international community could come and all the like. They could come when the time don't reach, whether they like it or not. But for now we must for defend ourselves. So Organa Fowl, if it's already put we for Toxemi Oman try for support SCBC. Because when I submit this SCBC they so it's difficult. Now still also victim for this Palama put in the payment, then they contribute. Organa Fowl, if you already put it out with the advert again. Oga na Fowl.
Bomangbe etwa SCBC.
Wọ́n kọ́ na junto to SCBC o.
Mwe, maybe eleme. Ambazonia, le funkwite begun SCBC.
Baye kwete wase bazubure izuka atwa TV wangi SCBC nuna woni babure ti bazuka azonzangi.
Kongo mumago kongo wabukere ne buwana mbome yata ne jita bi na gote ntwanda na longi ina yu